Welcome to the Just Easy Options channel. Today we'll be discussing call options, and that will include what exactly a call option is, buying a call option Greeks and how they affect a call's price, as well as managing and expectations compared to owning stock. As a warning, if you cannot define the below terms, it may be better for you to go back and watch my stock options video or my option shorts playlist. If you find the information in this video helpful, please like and subscribe. On the Just Easy Options YouTube channel, you will get lots of videos as well as 30-second shorts discussing different option details and trading strategies. So enough of the fluff, let's get into it. What exactly is a call option? Well, I'm sure you heard it once, if not 100 times. A call option is a contract that gives the buyer the right, but not the obligation, to buy the underlying stock at the strike price on or before the expiration date. Now we can simplify this definition by describing two different analogies. One is with a trader who cared less about owning stock. I like to say this is a trader who wakes up every morning brushing their teeth with 5-Hour Energy and using Red Bull as sweetener for their coffee. Although we may all know a trader like that, it's more of an extreme case. In reality, these traders just like to enter and exit trades quickly and don't mind the extra management that is required. They trade options off the probability and hope the winners outweigh the losers. These types of traders like to explain call options as making a bet on a stock. And this bet can be structured like such. Trader A buys a $50 strike call on XYZ with 30 days till expiration for $125 from Trader B. For every 1 cent XYZ is above the strike price, Trader A wins $1 from Trader B. The odds of Trader A winning this bet is 30% and the odds of Trader B winning is 70%. Now let's look at 3 different outcomes on this bet. Outcome 1 is Trader A wins. Say XYZ closes at $70 on expiration date. Trader B pays Trader A $2,000 because XYZ is $20 above the strike price. Trader A walks away with a profit of $1,875, and Trader B walks away with a loss of $1,875. Trader B gets to keep the money Trader A paid to open the trade, which in this case was $125. Now looking at outcome 2, say Trader B wins. XYZ closes at $30 on expiration date. Trader A lost the bet. So Trader B walks away with a profit of $125 and Trader A walks away with a loss of $125. In this case, this was just the amount that Trader A paid to open the trade. And looking at the last outcome, it's a tie. XYZ closes at $51.25 on expiration date. Trader B has to pay Trader A $125 because XYZ is $1.25 above the strike price. Trader A breaks even with a profit loss of $0, and Trader B also breaks even with a profit loss of $0. Now the profit and losses shown in outcome 1 and outcome 2 are a little extreme because most stocks don't have 40% swings within 30 days. However, that said, it still can happen. Now I can't speak for everyone, but this is how the majority of single call options are traded. You pick a side to be on, adjust your profit loss, and enter the trade. But what about the other analogy? The second is with a trader that has a completely opposite mindset. This trader wants to own the stock and wants to do as little management as possible while maintaining very low risk. It's not always the case, but this is generally the scenario for traders with larger accounts or accounts that trade stocks in the multiples of hundreds. This strategy could be structured as such. Trader A buys a $50 strike call on XYZ with 30 days till expiration for $125. Let's look at 3 different outcomes on this trade. Outcome 1, XYZ increases in value. Say XYZ closes at $70 on expiration date. Trader A can exercise the call and buy 100 shares of XYZ at $50 per share. After exercising, Trader A would now own 100 shares and have an unrealized profit loss of $1,875. Now with outcome 2, say XYZ decreases in value and XYZ closes at $30 on expiration date. Trader A's call option would expire worthless, so Trader A would lose $125. But if Trader A bought those shares instead of buying the call, Trader A would be down $2,000. Now outcome 3 is the break even. Say XYZ closes at $51.25 on expiration date. Trader A could decide to exercise the call and buy 100 shares of XYZ at $50, in which case Trader A would be up $0. Now I'm sure you've noticed that the profit loss for Trader A is the same for each outcome between the two analogies. That is because they actually did the same trade. They bought a call option. So why even go through the 2 different analogies? Well, the difference is how they utilized the leverage of the call and what the goal of their trade was. This is what makes option trading so diverse. Now let's take a deeper look into buying a call option and what to expect. Let's say I'm bullish on the ticker symbol Riot and want to leverage 100 shares. Instead of buying 100 shares of Riot at its current market price, I can buy a call option with a strike near its market price. For this example, it would be the $28 strike call. We can buy one with 7 days till expiration. This call option will cost us $166 to open, and there are a few factors that will change this price after we buy it, and this can work against us or for us. These are commonly known as the Greeks. The first one is delta. This is how much a $1 move in the underlying stock will increase the option contract. So for example, Riot is currently trading at $28 per share, and I own a 28 strike call option with a delta of 54. If Riot were to increase to $29 per share, my call option would increase by $54, making it now worth $220. That is a 32% return on a $1 move in Riot. However, Delta works in both directions, so if Riot were to instead drop $1, my call option would decrease by $54, making it worth only $112. Moving on to the next important Greek is theta. This is how much the contract will change per day. For the Riot example, theta has a value of negative 0.11, which means for every day that passes, the extrinsic portion of this call option will decrease by $11. If Riot were to not move and stay at $28 for one day, this call option would decrease by $11, making the contract worth $155. Theta is one of the primary reasons traders can see a call option decrease in value even though the stock is going up. Theta becomes more and more aggressive, especially within the last 30 days till expiration. The remaining Greeks are gamma, vega, and rho. I won't discuss these now, but please let me know in the comment section if you would like a detailed guide on all the Greeks. Now I said earlier that I could buy this call option to leverage 100 shares of Riot. So how exactly does that work? Well, let's look at some different examples to show how a call option compares to buying 100 shares. Let's say at expiration, Riot is at $30 per share. Our call option would be worth $200, making our profit $34, which is a 20% return. Our shares would be worth $3,000, making our unrealized profit $200, a 7.14% return. On the other side, let's say Riot closes at $20 per share at expiration. Our call option would expire worthless and be worth $0, making our profit loss negative $166. Our shares would be worth $2,000, making that unrealized profit negative $800. From these two examples, you can see that although the call offsets your profits by the option cost, it actually drastically limits your loss on the downside. Actually, the most you can lose with a call option is the premium paid. That being said, with any option, you do not have to hold it till the expiration date. You are allowed to exercise it or sell for a profit or loss early if you so desire. I personally like to take profits or losses when call options change 30 to 50%, but it all depends on what you're trying to achieve. So in summary, a call option gives you the right to purchase 100 shares of a stock at the strike price on or before the expiration date. However, these contracts can be sold or bought to collect profits off the fluctuating premium prices. The max loss of a call option is the premium paid, and the max profit is technically unlimited. This has just been an intro into buying calls. However, there are many other option strategies out there, such as vertical call spreads and covered calls. Please subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications on when I post new videos discussing these topics. Until next time, this has been Just Easy Options.